What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. This one's one of my favorite Blu-ray labels, as always, Code Red. This is number 64 in the Blu-ray collection from Code Red. It is Mardi Gras Massacre. In this movie, someone is killing the prostitutes of New Orleans in a tragic turn of events. Not only is someone out murdering these women, but doing it in a highly ritualistic fashion. It turns out that the killer is finding these girls, then he takes them back to his weird sex dungeon, puts on his cool sex mask, oils them up real good, and then sacrifices them, cuts out their heart, offering up the innards of these hookers to some greater power out there. There's a police officer that's in charge of the investigation. Unfortunately, he's also intertwined with the prostitutes because he's fallen in love with a whore. So throughout the movie, he's trying to find the killer, but honestly, he's more or less dealing with his own feelings because he feels ashamed that he's fallen in love with a hooker, and so that kind of overpowers his, crime fighting skills, I suppose. And the rest of the movie is just, is this guy ever gonna just accept the fact that he loves a prostitute and get over it, and catch the killer? Or is the killer just gonna complete whatever weird ritualistic orgy of blood he's involved in? This is definitely a colorful movie. The one thing that I kind of don't like about it is that a lot of the gore is very repetitive because the killer goes through the same ritual over and over again with his victims. But at least they're naked through the whole thing. So, this movie does have quite a bit of nudity beyond like the very colorful nudity during the ritualistic murders, which includes full frontal and some pretty close-ups of the, female flower. It also has like a lot of scenes at a strip club, so you get to see like a ballerina, a devil girl, all kinds of different strip show routines. Blood-wise, it has some, not a lot. What there is, though, is pretty well done. And again, because of the nature of the ritualistic killings, it is kind of repetitive, but, it is what it is. I also really like the dialogue in this one. There's a lot of bitter, dysfunctional people in this movie. I love the cop. He's struggling so hard with his love for a prostitute. Like, I don't know why he just doesn't get over it and just, like, roll with it. He loves her, so who cares that she's a whore, right? That's how I feel about it anyway. He struggles with it. They get into some really cool banter about it. It's just a lot of mean-spirited people doing mean-spirited stuff. I really liked it. I like bitter people in movies. It's not really crazy, goofy, over the top. It's pretty straightforward horror. It's just with all the bitterness and stuff, it adds some like unintentional humor in the dialogue. I really like this movie. I think it's a solid, horror movie. It's nothing like fantastic or overly memorable, but it does have a lot of colorful moments in it. To me, the killer and his weird fetishistic killing is very interesting. And then you also have this bizarre police officer who's definitely an odd duck for a movie like this. So I think those two are the main elements that that would draw interest to this movie. The Blu-ray from Code Red has a new HD scan of 35mm elements. It's got Maria, the wrestler chick, doing an introduction. It's also got an on-camera interview with, who's it, a producer? Oh no, the villain, yeah, and the trailer. I don't care about the Maria stuff. Some people get really offended by it. They don't think she should be on it. I don't really care. I mean, just don't watch it if you don't want to see it. The transfer looks really good. Much better than the DVD version, which was out from Code Red. One of my favorite DVD labels as well. It's a really good looking transfer. The disc is, I don't know if this is a limited edition or not. A lot of the Code Red ones are. I would go to screenarchives.com or codereddvd.com if you don't have it and pick it up. I really like the movie. I think it's a lot of fun. It's definitely, quirky in some ways. It's not as over the top as maybe I would like it to be, but it's definitely a good time. If you're interested in horror movies, slasher movies, movies with bitter cops chasing down kinky killers, this is the movie for you. And this is obviously going to be your best bet to pick it up as well, as far as how good the movie looks. That's it. If you like this review, please check out my website, markfusion.com. I've got tons of other Code Red reviews there, since they are one of my favorite labels after all. I'm also on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram at markfusion. I also have a ton of other cult horror exploitation reviews up as well on my website. If you like these videos, please do drop me a sub. I would greatly appreciate it. I will not sacrifice your heart to the hooker gods, I promise. I do appreciate you watching these videos, and that's it. Hopefully I'll see you soon.